Today, let's talk about the all-new Tecno Spark Slim, which is currently sold for 298,000 Naira or about $200. With just 5.93mm thick, this phone is ultra slim by any measure. You will feel it slip into your pocket easily. You will also feel it when holding it one-handed. Super ultra slim, I must say, which makes it look elegant and appealing to the eye. However, this could also be bad as it makes it super slippery in the hand. It kept sliding while I was using it. Also, although this phone is ultra slim, it doesn't heat up as expected. Tecno claims it has a cooling system that includes a very thin vapor chamber of 0.3mm and a large graphite layer, which helps to effectively manage and dissipate heat. With this type of cooling system, this phone sustains performance longer than you might expect from a 6mm thick phone. It weighs just 156 grams, which is very light for a modern 6.78-inch phone. The front glass is covered with Corning Gorilla Glass 7 eyes for protection. The back is made of aerospace-grade fiberglass, which Tecno claims is thinner but 300% stronger than conventional materials. Honestly, I don't know about that, but this gives a matte satin feel. It has an IP64 rating for dust and splash resistance. Another distinctive thing about this phone is the mood light feature around the camera module. There are two circular LEDs which act like eyes. They light up or animate for notifications, calls, and charging. I honestly like how playful this is. It gives this phone personality and kind of becomes a visual mood indicator. For the display, I will list the specs on the screen, but here are the things I observed while using this phone. The display is vibrant, colors pop, you get deep blacks thanks to the AMOLED, and the smooth 144Hz refresh rate makes animation and scrolling feel fluid. However, while the phone claims 144Hz, the chipset may limit actual usable refresh in many apps, as some apps are capped at 120Hz or even lower. So, the 144Hz refresh rate sound or look nice on paper, but in real-life scenarios, you might not always get the full 144Hz everywhere. The brightness of the display is excellent both indoors and outdoors, with its 4500 nits as Tecno claims, and it also has the low blue light certification. For software and performance, it runs on Android 15 with Tecno iOS 15, which gives clean user interface with exceptional user experience. You have access to Tecno AI with a lot of AI assistants like the writing assistant, AI gallery, circle to search, and a whole bunch of others, which I wouldn't be going into details in this video. It also has special functions like the dynamic ports, floating windows, split screen, and the rest. It is powered by MediaTek Helio G200 paired with 8GB RAM and 256GB storage. After using this phone, here is what I think about the performance. For everyday tasks like social media, WhatsApp, web browsing, video streaming, this phone delivers smoothly. You will get fast UI and acceptable multitasking performance. So here is the Antutu benchmark scores for the Spark Slim according to Nano Reviews. Of course, these are not flagship level scores, but for the price, they are respectable. For those that gaming is the first thing that comes to their mind whenever they see a new phone, this phone is clearly not a gaming phone. The Helio G200 is not a high-end gaming chip. However, you will get a playable experience, but you will need to tone down on graphic settings for demanding titles. If gaming is a priority to you, just go and get yourself a gaming phone. This phone is a 4G network supported phone. Of course, this may or may not matter to some of you, especially if you live in Nigeria, where 5G network is here to be accessible across the country. So if you are so particular about 5G connectivity, this phone is definitely not for you. The 50-megapixel camera sensor takes decent pictures and videos. There is no ultra-wide lens. The second lens here is a 2-megapixel auxiliary lens. The front camera has 13-megapixel camera sensor. For video recording, it records up to 2K 30 frames per second. For pictures and video quality, with daylight shots, you will get good details, lively colors, and decent dynamic range for the price. So, for everyday and social share needs, this will do a decent job for you. Selfie pictures are decent and the portrait decently blurs the background. Low light shots isn't great, which is expected as it lacks ultra wide or larger sensor options. So night shots are usable but not great. You will notice edge softness and noise in your shots. For videos, it is decent for casual users, but if you're a content creator who wants advanced video features like 4K and optical stabilization, you will notice limitations. So you might consider going for a better phone, probably a flagship, okay? It is worth mentioning that it has stereo speakers tuned with Dolby Atmos for a more immersive experience. So you get loud and clear audio, which is a plus, but don't expect huge bass. The audio is great for watching videos, podcasts, or mobile content creation. It also has NFC and a free link that lets you make calls or send messages via Bluetooth with another free link enabled phone, even without network coverage. The battery to me is the most interesting part of this phone because while Apple shortchanged on their iPhone's Air battery because of how slim it is, so they claimed, this phone, however, packs a whopping 5,160 mAh battery while still being thinner than the Apple Air. So, according to Tecno, they were able to pull this off by compressing 8 critical internal components like the battery, cooling, motherboard, and so on to optimize space by about 12% using the honeycomb space stacking technology. So yeah, I give it to Tecno for this, okay? With moderate use, the battery easily lasts a full day. I use it all day scrolling through my socials and watching some podcasts on YouTube. Charging it is also fast, with charging from 20% to 100% in about 57 minutes with the 45-watt charger provided in the box. For extras, we have bypass charging, which is always a plus for those moments you need to use your phone while it's charging without hurting the battery. Using the Spark Slim for the past few days felt a bit like using a phone that knows its purpose. It is not trying to drag flagship specs. It is not pretending to be something crazy powerful. It just leans into the things people actually do every day. The slim build, the clean design, the lightweight feel, the display that is bright enough to enjoy without squinting, the cameras that do better than you would expect when the lighting is right, and the battery that lasts pretty long. So, to me, I think this phone is one of the prettiest phones I have come across. The charm is in how uncomplicated it is. You pick it up, you get your tasks done, and you move on. No drama at all. And in a world where every phone is shouting for attention, the quiet confidence is kind of refreshing. Now, is this phone perfect? Definitely not. There are places it could stretch a little more, but if you're the type of person who just wants a dependable, good-looking device that won't stress your wallet or your daily routine, then yeah, the Spark Slim makes a solid buy. Now I'm curious, does the Spark Slim feel like something you would consider buying? Let me know what you think about this phone in the comments below. If you found this review helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tech reviews like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.